the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the carry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun, here's Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings. Throwing is Cousins. This is screen to Abdullah. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Back to the ground. Cook. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got room. And he's free going down the side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 44 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Kickoff for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. This is Butler making the catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Wentz. Incomplete. Boston Scott, the one he was looking for that time. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Wentz on third down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's now fourth down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Wentz. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz again. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
The Eagle ball carrier.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Philadelphia.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. Open man completes it to Butler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Got an open man, it's Scott. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Goodwin with another jet sweep. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Throwing his Wentz. Now bottled up. Oh, it's out. It's loose. And this is going to kick out of bounds. But a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Complete. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
The first run for the backup, Abdullah. Brought down by Nate Gehrig. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
38-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. That'll set up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Stop right around the 25. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Rolling to his right. Open man, Butler complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Wentz now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Deshaun Jackson, incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A final shot before half for Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And a fair catch signal for and taken successfully. Offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On first down, Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper into the game.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 39. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Cook on the toss left. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This is screen to Abdullah. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Dan Bailey lining up for the point after.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Kickoff for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll run. It's Sanders. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Eagles 6. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. He'll buy some time right, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with their opponents. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taken about 7 yards deep. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run the counter with Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
4-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run the counter. Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
For the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, this is Madison. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Ball carrier. He was brought down by Darius Slay. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On third down, they run with Madison. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Open space inside the 10. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 3-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Cousins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard. sideline.
At their own 16-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. But first down, Hurts. Caught by the tight end, Hurts. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
6 yards to go.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. A toss to Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Waddle with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go, come on!
On first down, it's Cook. And he's got some space here. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 13 yards remaining on second down. To throw is Cousins. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that takes us from second to third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, I think they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they got the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. This will make it into the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan.
Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Austin Scott on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Travis Fulgham.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Vikings' 42-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Miles Sanders.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders.
Hurts pass.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
At the 13-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Philadelphia.
Now Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Kickoff for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup.
Again, it's Abdullah. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. Stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Gary on the tackle. A loss of 2. Brings up
2nd down and goal. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And that's knocked away. Complete coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first down, Hurts. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Caught by the tight end, Hurts. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders.
Hurts pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Man open, it's Goodwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 7-yard line.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Eagles 16.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's got his man in the crossing route. A big pickup there, and without question, question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Cousins here to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Cousins to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Cousins. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
That keeps the score. Vikings 31, Eagles 16. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. But what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.